Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. It's Guide and Halo here. It's going to be your daily hope for Monday. Wow, can you believe we're already on the 4th of May? Wow, right? The 4th of May. Monday, the 4th of May. 4th of May. What does Spirit have for us the 4th of May? Regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So there's something that you may need to have a different perspective about, or step into something you didn't necessarily think was going to happen. But you are a survivor. You are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. So there's going to be a lot happening with this full moon coming up here this week. I guess we shall see what we all will have to adapt to. Hey? All right, let's pull one more here. Put on your new cloak. You are the master of regeneration. It tells me like we are all going to have to I don't know why I'm getting like fox energy. Be quick on your feet, just like last week we got that energy. Be quick on your feet. You can like change things on a dime as necessary. Trusting your intuition 1000%. If we all wore our intuition like a cloak, I don't know why I was told to tell someone that, but wow, look at this. Owl magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Look at that. Someone this week is coming into knowing the truth of some things, and I think it's could very well be full of shock and awe. Whether that's on a global scale or in a personal life scale. Yes, I agree fully with that statement. And I think there will be a lot of questioning yourself as to how you could not have known. How it is that you could not have seen. I think the thing is that you did see, but a lot of times it's easier just to pretend we did not see, if that makes sense to you. It's easier to stay in denial. It's easier to not regenerate and to bring on the new at times. All right. What's our advice from Spirit? Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So there's something about bringing peace here. Perhaps this is about knowledge, which would be about swords. This is about passion. I'd say regeneration would be about possibly emotions and passions, being comfortable in the skin you're in. It's almost like everything here. Someone needs to find peace in the new normal that is coming to you. And I don't know that the information you're going to hear is you're going to like. It could be actually very challenging. And it's not like terrible information. It just means that there are a few more roadblocks in your way than you actually possibly thought necessary in the first place. And perhaps if you'd have known those things beforehand, you'd have not made some decisions you made. So it's almost like finding a way to regenerate and start over. There's something that's going to have to do with this is what's happening right now in our world is absolutely creating a ripple effect. Now, we can choose to step into it in a mindset of peace, choose to learn through love, or we can choose to step into it in a mind full of aggravation. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So you may be coming up against somebody's fear of being loved Or perhaps their fear and perceptions of what love actually looks like. It could be. But through prayer and meditation, you create a ripple effect in the world, of peace in the world. That's beautiful. All right, let's pull some Magical Times Tarot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that aside for now and pull some of these cards, which are Power of Love activation cards. Let's see how the Divine's trying to activate our soul and our hearts. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are the master of regeneration. So how are our hearts trying to be activated? What's best to keep in mind? What's best to keep in heart as we move forward? Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. So loving oneself means being solid in understanding, knowing who you are, the love that you want to bring forward to the universe. Love starts here. I put a post up of a picture of myself as of late. Love starts here. It starts right here in your heart. It starts with who you are. And you have to be able to practice love for self in order to give love to another. So when someone you may find out actually in this energy, if not yourself, does not have love for themselves, very possibly does not even have integrity for themselves, or that might be your judgment call on the situation. But that's not necessarily the truth. Okay? It's about listening with an open mind. It's about hearing people out. It's about using inner vision and trusting to know the truth because you can. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up, magic and wisdom are your birthright. Who's thinking about stepping back into the old? Who's thinking about ignoring truths for whatever purpose is going? I don't know. I don't even know if it's about ignoring truths. I believe there's some sort of master divine plan with whatever situationship this is. I think I know somebody is going to find out some things that is going to set them free, and it's going to cause you to regenerate, and it's going to set you into a motion, a new motion of self-love. Tolerance. Look at that. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. So it's about understanding, knowing. It's about an absolute inner knowing and being kind to those that you say you care about. Kind to yourself as well. To not put yourself in harm's way. To not put yourself through more torture and more heartache. It's also understanding someone else's journey. It's about tolerating how they feel. You are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. So it's very much about having a humanitarian heart. It's about kindness. Taking kindness with you wherever you go. Looking at things, seeing the truth through absolute knowing that because you can see the truth. The truth in any situation. Look at the bottom of the deck. Evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. And this is about I choose to learn through love. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. This is about the stories that we tell ourselves based on what's happening right now or what happens to us through love. I mean, when we understand that every step we take and everything we go through is absolutely for divine reason, those traumas, those things that hurt our soul, those things that offend our soul, can be turned into healing, not just for the moment now or what you're going through, but even for the inner child within you and for the masses that you may teach down the road about all of this. It turns any conflict. You have the ability right now. I totally see magician energy. You have the ability right now to turn any conflict into absolute growth and help people understand that their fear that they feel about whatever's going on right now is actually their stepping stone to greater love for self once they step past those fears into absolute self-love, kindness, and tolerance. How would you handle a circumstance? We all know who Jesus is, or your favorite prophet, or these people. How would they handle circumstances? How would they handle situations? Put away the self that needs to have a say. Put away the self that needs to fight for something. Put away the self that needs to be in control of every little thing. Accept the energy that's coming towards you as absolute truth, whether it's somebody else saying it or the divine showing you the way forward. Be kind to them, be tolerant, be kind to yourself. It's the surest way to practice self-love. When you do not let your vibration get all full of absolute fuckery based on, pardon my language, but based on whatever's going on around you or whatever people say or whatever move they're going to make next, that is when you can truly become that humanitarian made of love. And you are able to share that energy with others. Absolute radical acceptance of how people are, who they want to be, and what their choices are moving forward, and choosing to know that absolute truth because you can. It's not about changing a person. It's not about any of that. It's absolute acceptance, radical acceptance for who they are, tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. You sense that they want to be loved. You sense that they are afraid. You sense all of these things coming at something from an absolutely higher knowing. Man, I'm telling you, that owl card amazes me. Back when the last gentleman I was seeing, I was driving out of town, and an owl, or driving back into town actually from the country, and an owl swooped up by my car, like just swooped up, and I saw its underbelly, and it was huge. It was flying next to the car. And the last time I went out there, the very same thing happened. An owl swooped up by the car, was flying, but it was on the other side this time, on the right side as opposed to the left. So, isn't that interesting? We all know, well, the saying goes that the left hand is the receiving hand and the right hand is the giving hand. It's the receiving and the giving energy, the yin-yang, how energy moves through things, okay? When we extend our hand to somebody, like that owl came up on my left, it was a receiving of knowledge and wisdom and truth and understanding. The last time I went out there, it was on the right. It was almost as if, now looking at this card, the regeneration is happening. Know the truth because you can. And what happens? What happens? When you know that truth and you accept it as truth for yourself, then you can be the one giving that truth, teaching that truth forward. It's absolutely beautiful, but it only comes through self-love, tolerance, and kindness. And your faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Meditation and prayer create a ripple effect of peace in the world. I choose to learn through love. What are you going to learn? Are you going to learn to hate more because of circumstances and situations that have happened to you? Or are you going to put on a cloak of regeneration and understand that it's a new way forward in love for self, love for others, kindness, tolerance, and owning your truth, letting go of the past and making room for a much more beautiful and better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Birthright. This is a sacred destiny moment for all y'all. for all y'all, and sacred destiny moment for me. So let's pull one. Trust and inner peace. As you come into trust, you absolutely go into inner peace. That's what this is about. My faith has the trauma my faith has the power. Does your faith have trauma? Maybe you have trauma because you've put faith in the wrong people. You've put faith in something other than your own self. You've put faith in something other than the divine that lives within you. My faith has the trauma to turn... See, I said it again. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. This is very high vibrational energy that we're dealing with right here. Very high vibrational energy. So, wow, whoever this is for, talk about coming into high vibrations. Understanding that you have that ability to regenerate on a moment's notice just because of the truth that you can perceive. And it all has to do with what? Choosing to learn through love and self-love, understanding the power of who you are. Massive change is about to hit us all, my friends. And this is not in a bad way. This is a beautiful thing. I truly believe that we're all starting to understand or step into the knowing of what unconditional love truly is. It's such a high vibration. It's such a high vibration. Change. Let's read it. Throughout time, people have looked to the heavens for signs, and in the ever-changing moment of the clouds, they have seen shapes and forms that seemed to be direct messages from the Creator. Clouds are shapeshifters. Their essence is the same, but they can change from mist to rain, to ice to snow, to water. The transient nature of clouds... Just one moment, please. Sorry about that. The transient nature of clouds... Oh, come on. There we go. The transient nature... What am I going to guess? The transient nature of clouds lends the understanding that life is transitory and ever-changing. It's okay to change your mind. It's all right to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. This is a time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, the stories we tell ourselves about things that have happened. For this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Look at that. Tell the stories, my friends, that empower you. Make the things that you have been through in your life and that you are going through in your life, make them be the things that empower you to move forward in whatever direction you feel called to. And please honor your emotions in doing so. Wow, I needed this message today. You know, I find lately even more so these messages are connecting with me on such an incredibly deep level. Perhaps that's because I'm in a new level and energy of feeling and understanding myself what kindness is. Look at this. The card came out upside down. And this is our main energy card, kindness. You are a humanitarian, made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. Live with compassion. Open your heart to all life forms and be an angel with hands. Be an angel with hands. It's not about controlling anything. It's about absolute radical acceptance is how you get to this place of change in your energy to have absolute compassion for everybody. It doesn't even matter if what they're saying is hurting your heart. It doesn't matter if what they're saying is anything, because you understand that what they're saying comes from a place of a wounded self. And when you can look at everything that's coming at you that way, how powerful does that make you? Massively powerful. Massively powerful. Nature, look at that upside down again. What is your true transient nature? This is the true nature we've all come here to get back in touch with. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, to remember who you are and where you want to be. So let's all get in touch with nature. Let's figure out and understand and remember where it is we want to be. What happens then? We embrace our true power, call upon the elements, focus your intentions. The greatest dragon is within you. You can create the change that you seek, but it requires you to be the change that it is you seek. You must show other people the change they need to create for themselves in order to expect that change to come from them or through them. I love you guys. I hope this message resonates. I'll talk to you again soon.